blower door test is a good test, an excellent test that tells you what the air infiltration of your house is. Why is this important? Well, every house breathes naturally just because there's leaks around windows and doors and around plumbing penetrations and through recessed lights and ceilings. You want a house to breathe. You have to have fresh air in a house in order to have the proper indoor air quality, often referred to as IAQ for a house. So how do you know if your house is breathing too much or too little? Well, you use a blower door to do that. So let me show you the process of setting up a blower door and doing the test. First, we've got a frame. We're going to put a cloth door in one of the exterior doors of the home. We're going to fit it to the size of the door. Okay, so now we've got the cloth on the door. We are going to put the door back into the frame. And then we're going to expand the frame so that the door fits very tightly into the door frame of the house, getting a good seal. Okay, so we've got the blower door in place, and now we're going to put the fan in the opening and seal it good all the way around. And raise that up. Make sure we've got a good seal. So we're going to lock that in and we're going to put that on hold, and now we're going to walk around the house with a little smoke puffer, and we're going to see visually, we're going to be able to see where the leaks are in the house and to see what we have to do to seal them. So let's go take a walk around the house. We're going to create a little smoke, and we're going to look for leaks. By the way, recessed lights are probably some of the worst culprits in energy efficiency in the home. Unless you have insulation contact airtight, the acronym for that, if you go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's, is ICAT, I-C-A-T, insulation contact airtight. Those are the best type of recessed lights to get because that means that they don't allow any air in and out. Otherwise, non-airtight fixtures are very leaky, and you can see that by this test here. You can see I'm generating smoke, and see how the smoke is just pouring out of this recessed light fixture. Just very, very leaky. And that's basically sucking in, that's outside air and attic temperature air. So in Austin, Texas, that can be 150-degree air that is being sucked into your house on a natural basis every day. As your house is breathing, you're getting attic air coming in through the recessed lights, and now you're having to condition that. So very important. This is one of the high leakage spots in a home. Very important to either replace these with the insulation contact airtight fixtures or to seal them if possible. And you have to make sure that you do that safely and appropriately for the wattage of the bulb and the fixture that you're using. Another common area of air infiltration into a house is around leaky windows. And so you'll see these are single pane aluminum frame windows, about 30 years old, 40 years old. And you can see if I puff smoke, I'm getting a pretty high leakage rate around this window and into the house. So leaky windows are another common source of air infiltration into a house. Plumbing penetrations are another very common source of air leakage into a house, and it's very easy to seal. You just take a tube of caulk and caulk around everywhere you have a water pipe coming through the wall. Usually there's a chrome ring around it, and you can just caulk that chrome ring to the sheetrock or to the back of the cabinet, and then caulk around the pipe where the pipe goes through the chrome ring, and that'll give you a good airtight seal to stop air penetration and air infiltration around your plumbing penetrations. Okay, so now let's look at what the percent leakage of this house is. So we've got 1,514 CFM of leakage, and we're now going to divide that by the volume of the house and then multiply by a constant that is determined by other factors on the house. And we find out that this house has 36% of the air in the house, 36% of the volume of the house turns over naturally every hour. We call that ACHN, air changes per hour natural. And that's good. That's right where you want it. Typically in the average house, you want about 35% to 50% of the volume of the air to turn over naturally every hour so that you're bringing in fresh air and air inside the house is now leaving and exchanging with inside air. So this house has just about what you want, but it's not uncommon to find houses with greater than 50% ACHN, air changes per hour. And in that case, you do want to do sealing. You want to seal the envelope, the outer envelope of the house. So how do you do that? A good way is to look at the doors and make sure that your perimeter of your doors is properly weather stripped, to look at your plumbing penetrations and make sure that those are caulked well. If you do have recessed lights, to either look at properly sealing those or replacing them with airtight light fixtures. And then just look at, in the process of doing the blower door test, you just walk around and find the other places in the house that are leaky, and there's just no telling where you'll find them. You can find them in some of the strangest places that people just don't expect. They can be coming out from behind cabinets, they can be coming out of closets, and then you go in and you find out that there's a defect that you never knew was there, and that needs, once you seal it, then you can improve and lower the natural air infiltration into your house and be more energy efficient.